This is Ryan Todd from Seattle Pacific Men's Basketball.
Well, Ryan, the exhibition season's over. You got a split. You beat Concordia. Your thoughts on that win here at home?
It was a good win for us. It was a good test. Early season. I think guys were ready to get out and play someone on ourselves for a change. And they're a tough team. They kind of came in and pushed us around a little bit at the beginning. And I think the first half we were just kind of getting our feet wet a little bit, and the second half kind of showed more of what we're all about.
And you had a real tough test on Saturday at Stanford, a very good Pac-12 team. What did you feel about your effort in that game?
I thought that we had some opportunities there. Stanford's a really good team. They're going to compete in the Pac-12 there. But I think that a couple things go a little differently in that game. That we're right there with them. I think the score was an indication of how close that game was or could have been. Definitely some positives that we can take away from it, but also some stuff that we can take and do differently here in practice and get ready for these next couple games.
Your team went down early, 21-4 there, but recovered and brought it within 5 by half team. How did your team kind of collect themselves and get back into the game there?
Just kind of weathered the storm a little bit. Had a big performance by Mitch Penner coming off the bench, giving us a boost. And I think once we kind of calmed down and realized that these guys are just basketball players just like us, and realizing that we can compete with these guys, I think just helped calm us down, and just guys came and just kind of brought a little more energy and amped it up a little bit.
Well, now it's back to the real season, games that start counting on the record. This week you start out with a real flurry, 3 games in 3 days at the Disney Tip-Off Classic in Anaheim. How do you think your team will respond to the start of the regular season and 3 games in 3 days?
I think the guys are going to respond really well. I think guys are excited for the regular season to get going, start playing some games that are actually going to count. It's going to be a real test for us because we're just going to have to flip the switch, just kind of one game after the next, and just move on to that next one, regardless of how it goes, and just be able to have a new mindset and just really have a quick turnaround there, which would be a good test for us.
How do you approach a game where you are not familiar with any of these 3 teams you're going to play?
Just trust in the scouting that our coaches have done a little bit, and you just go out there and play our game. We can really only control ourselves out there, and so I think that just focusing on our game plan and just kind of letting the rest of it take care of itself. It's the best way to handle it.
Last week the coaches' national poll came out. SPU was ranked 2nd. What do you feel about that?
It's a cool feeling. Obviously being that high and having people think that highly of you. But like our coach kind of preached us since the beginning, that ranking really doesn't mean a whole lot right now. We're really just kind of trying to get better every day and not worry about rankings or any of that.
Last year's team made it to the West Regional Final. How is this year's squad different than last?
This year's squad's different, a lot of different ways. There's some new pieces in there. Not quite as big as we were last year. So there's a lot of different parts we add in. You got new guys. You got Matt Borden and Jake Ellers. Guys that are coming in, contributing. I think this squad is just has a chance to be just as good as last year's, and hopefully, push past that Sweet 16 that we've been trying to get through.
What did you do in the off-season, or in what ways your game going to be different this year?
I think me personally just trying to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, and just trying to be a little bit more of a playmaker. Playing with a guy like Dave and Riley. Those guys are going to do a great job. And so when I come in, just kind of making sure that I run the team and stay aggressive, and also kind of bring a defensive presence. Just kind of been an emphasis for me.
Lastly, David Downs, your senior point guard teammate, he's the preseason player of the year of the conference, has gotten some preseason All-America recognition. You get to go against him and practice every day. What is it that makes him such a special player?
Dave's just a great combination of a guy who can do it all. He can pass it, he can shoot the ball, and it's really tough for teams to defend him just because he can do so much with it. He can beat you in so many ways, and so I think Dave's just kind of the complete package and is really able to just beat you, whether it be from 3 or his passing. He's a tough matchup no matter what he's doing. So I think that's what makes him so special, and he's really kind of amped it up this year with it being his senior year.
Great, thank you very much.